What is up? Welcome back. Raids start in just a couple days, and I think we should talk about the Toon multipliers. I'm going to show you what my team comp is, at least going into this particular raid. Maybe help you get some ideas on who you might want to use in your raids. Also, I do have a low-level account, level 25, that I do have in my alliance at the same time. Kind of give you a strategy maybe that you might want to use if you want to get maximum number of raid points and not be able to contribute too much as far as damage goes, because that's certainly what I do on the other account. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up. Let me know what you were using for your raid team comp and what you think you might get or what goals you might have for this coming raid. Now, before we start, I do want to say I did steal this over on Reddit. Help Me, I'm Possessed posted this fantastic infographic for the raid tunes, which is awesome. I don't necessarily know if he's the one that made it, but it was the post that I saw. And so yeah, that is what we're using today. Absolutely fantastic. When the community manager does post, they just, you know, list and type. This one is obviously so much better. We got some tunes to even look at. We do have a raid boss, Superboy Prime, 5 times multipliers. We have Cersei, Peacemaker, Captain Cold. Now, as far as tunes that you might want to use, sometimes the multiplier tunes aren't always the best tunes to use. Sometimes tunes have certain abilities that do no damage. Sometimes certain tunes are too slow, or even still, some tunes just don't fit with the particular raid boss that you are using. But sometimes they're the only tunes you got, and so those, you know, you just have to put in what you have. Not everybody has every single tune, including me. I don't have every single tune leveled up, so I try to put together the best team comp that I can for each particular raid. Sometimes it works out where I can do a lot of damage and get a lot of points. Sometimes it's a bit of a struggle. Talking about the tunes, at least for the 5 times multipliers, Cersei, I don't think I've ever actually used her in a raid before. So one thing about Superboy Prime, he, you know, debuffs just don't work against him really. The only thing about Cersei is that she can strip buffs. She can turn back the turn meter just a little bit. 5 times multiplier, being a blue, normally she can stun, so like bots and stuff maybe. But I don't know. We'll just have to see what damage she can put out. I do have her leveled up to kind of my max that I do. And so I'm probably going to end up using her. Peacemaker, the siege tune for this past month, I'm not actually sure if I'm going to level him up or not. He appears like he would be pretty good, pretty decent against Spectre. But being that he's a siege tune, I don't have his legendary rank up very high. And so his overall total power is not going to be very much for me if I was to level him up. So really not sure if I'm going to use him. Captain Cold, he's the lead. You don't necessarily have to use all tunes as leads. But I do like his kit, in the sense he can strip buffs, he can turn back turn meter, and being that he's a green, I don't know, might do really well. His passive ability, he does have a passive to where he does do a counter if somebody attacks him or somebody attacks another tune, and so that's always helpful. I certainly like those types of tunes that have out of turn attacks and counter attacks and stuff like that. So those are the 5 times multipliers. Now, Cersei and Captain Cold I'll probably use for my team comp, at least starting out, just to try it. I don't necessarily have, or at least the ones that I do normally do, which on this non-multiplier part of it that they posted here, 2 of the tunes that I normally use every single raid, regardless of multipliers, are on here. And so I'm going to tell you why I use them anyway. But 3 times multiplier back, Black Adam, Penguin, and Savitar. Savitar is a green. He is pretty speedy, and so he can strip buffs, especially immunities. So I do like that, and probably will be using Savitar. Penguin and Black Adam I do not have leveled up, so I will not be using either one of those. And then as far as the 2 times multipliers, we have Mary Shazam, Joker CPOC, and then Wally West. I do kind of like Wally West, but I don't have him leveled up either. I'm not going to use Mary Shazam or Joker. Not necessarily because I can't, but just because other Toons I like so much more than even a 2x multiplier. I normally don't use 2x multipliers unless they are crazy OP. I would just rather use some of the non-greats. Now, as far as the other Toons that they have listed here on this graphic, 2 of them I use pretty much every single raid. Now, I'm going to try something a little bit different this time. I'm going to try it with the Captain Cold lead, but typically what I've always done is put Darkseid with Superwoman. No matter the multiplier, it always seems like after Superwoman ramps up, she absolutely pops with that double attack from Darkseid's passive, as well as the rest of the team. The rest of the team can all have a chance, you know, to double pop, and so I really like that. And you know, I'm gonna try it. I still might put Captain Cold in there, but maybe still leave Darkseid as the lead, and then put Captain Cold as well as Superwoman with Cersei. Not sure what I'm going to do with Savitar. I don't know. We'll just have to see. This could be the first raid in a long time where I didn't use that Superwoman Darkseid combo, because that's probably my favorite one to use in all raids. Hippolyta is nice just because she buffs so much. Spectre's okay. Doomsday I've never used. Lex, of course, is a fantastic lead for anything. Arcus, he's a green and can hit the crap out of people. Saint Walker, Donna Troy can be good too because she has awarenesses and things like that. Kyle Rayner is very good. He seems like a pretty decent Toon just because he can apply damage immunity to the entire team. So if you have those 150 bosses or something, you need that damage immunity. That can certainly come in clutch. So yeah, those are the ones that are listed right there. I'm gonna show you, you know, which ones I use. I don't have like all of those Toons right there. I don't have all of those leveled up in which I could use in a raid. Now, just taking a look at my roster and what Toons that I do have and which ones that I can use. Yeah, like I said, Superwoman is certainly probably the best, strongest, most powerful Toon in every single raid, regardless of multipliers, at least for me. And pairing her with Darkseid is just pretty disgusting. She does most of the damage. I even put her against greens sometimes just because she does so well. Obviously, I'm only level 65, or at least these Toons are only level 65, so it's not like it's crazy OP and I'm beating 150 level bosses or anything. I'm not. But it still does plenty of work for me and what I want to do. Savitar definitely can be one that I can use, have him leveled up at least as far as I'm going to do. He is a green, he's fast, and he can strip immunities from the other team. His basic attack does hit the entire, you know, enemy, all enemies, so that's always nice. So I do like his kit in that sense, and he does have a passive where if any of them do get immunities, then he can strip that and use his basic, which hits all enemies. So that's kind of cool. Here is Cersei. Cersei, again, she is leveled up completely, at least as far as I level up the Toons. It'll be interesting to see how she does. A lot of her kit, you know, has a passive ability in which she stuns, and so all the bots and stuff that could be good against Superboy Prime, it's not really going to do any good. But she does have a heal, so that's always nice, and she can revive other teammates. So that's always good as well. So I kind of like the idea of Cersei. We're just going to have to see with a 5x multiplier. Hopefully she hits. Now, Captain Cold, I haven't completely leveled up his abilities just yet. I still have a couple more days to do it. So I am going to do that. But since he's a 5x multiplier, since he's a green, I'm going to try him out as the lead, because his lead passive is pretty nice. 65% chance to use Cold Shot on any enemy that damages Captain Cold or an ally. Also equal chance that an ally uses their basic. So he kind of has the same thing as Darkseid, where it is like out of turn or extra attacks, and in raids that's always good. Can rewind turn meter with his basic, and if you can get him to counter with his basic, that can be good. And then we got Darkseid, which is certainly a toon that is not a multiplier, but I would certainly always use. If you have him, he's certainly one of the best, at least in my personal opinion. I think he's one of the best because of his team leader ability. 70% chance to call assist from a teammate to a random enemy if Darkseid has 5 or more buffs. If you have someone like, I don't know, Terra or something that instantly buffs, or any other toon that instantly buffs right at the beginning, you know, Donna Troy or something, you know, Darkseid can start out with multiple buffs, and so you might be able to get that, you know, right off the jump. Usually with me, I gotta wait a turn or two before, you know, he gets ramped up enough and has enough buffs. But I really like Darkseid. I think he is certainly a viable option when you're talking about raids, so I would use him. Now, as probably as team comps go, this would probably be my main one, at least, that I'm gonna start and try with, and just to see how it works out. And then we also have another one in which I use Darkseid as lead with Superwoman. I might try that one. Definitely gonna try that one. Maybe switch out Savitar with Captain Cold or something like that. Just depending on, I guess, the boss, the affinity of the boss. And just go with that. But anyways, that is kind of the idea of what I'm going to be doing for the raids. Y'all let me know in the comments who you're going to be using, what toons that you think are best. Now, as far as raids for low-level accounts, I did make a video, I don't know, sometime last year. I'll post a link for that in the description on kind of how you should focus your raids if you are a low-level account, you know. Not worried about necessarily defeating the bosses, but there are certain strategies in which you can attack the high-level bosses as long as you get an attack in and still get quite a few raid points and be able to do pretty well in the raids. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video. If you enjoyed, yeah, hit the thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, you know, what you're going to use. What are some team comps that you're going to use? What are some toons that you're going to use that I didn't mention in the video? And hopefully everybody has a good raid that starts in a couple days. And hopefully y'all do well. Maybe finish high on that leaderboard and get those extra shards, get those packs, get those resources that we certainly need. Either way, I will see y'all next time. Y'all take it easy. I'm out. Peace.